Jugathon just like saying the grind don't stop, like making a jug like you hustling, making money. So like, just like a marathon, like it keep going, like you gotta keep hustling, like just on a jugathon, you know what I'm saying?
Go yard, 100 racks inside. I move 100 at a time. I really jug like that. I just left Columbia.
Birthdays are a celebration of life. Too often we get caught up in routines and responsibilities, moving from day to day without pause. But birthdays remind us to stop and celebrate. They remind us to gather with those we love, share stories, and embrace warmth. But sadly, every birthday isn't a celebration. As today we'll be speaking about rapper Young Scooter, whose life was tragically lost due to a random set of circumstances that occurred the night of his birthday. Born on March 28th, 1986, in Waterboro, South Carolina, Young Scooter, whose real name is Kenneth Edward Bailey, moved to the Kirkwood community, also known as Little Mexico, of Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm saying he's from Waterboro, South Carolina. You know I'm from South Carolina. You know I'm from Mounts Corner. So you know, why did you move from SC to ATL?
The country, them dirt roads, you don't see now.
Exactly.
It's the same reason you moved.
Damn right.
18 years ago, you don't see nothing.
Do you ever go back?
Yeah, I go back all the time.
In 2008, he decided to start pursuing his music career. Young Scooter was childhood friends with rap megastars Future and Gucci Mane. Shout out to Vlad for this interview. Here Scooter explains a time when him and Gucci were locked up together.
There was a rumor that you and Gucci were cellmates. Any truth in that?
Yeah, we were for like 2 months.
Oh, so you guys were actually cellmates for 2 months?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Still wondering how to get out this. Ain't like nothing. Me and him being in the cell, like, yeah, that shit ain't good. Folks like, man, him and Gucci in the cell together, man, that shit ain't good. I need to get out of here. That's how I'm thinking, really just getting out, like why both of us in the cell together is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people get a thrill off of it, but you're really in there like, man, we tripping.
Do you think that the county kind of did that on purpose since they knew y'all knew each other and put you in the same cell, or was that by chance?
Yeah, you know they did.
Young Scooter would begin his label Black Migo Gang. While his first mixtape, Plug Talkin', didn't receive much attention, his second release, Finessin' and Flexin', made a name for itself, while already collaborating with Future on multiple mixtapes.
Going hard through Future mixtapes, what really got me my fans, even though I built my own foundation, but he just set it up to where like all his mixtapes, he put me on them. Like he put me on 3-4 songs on each mixtape and put my songs on it. So it really gave me fans, like, so everywhere he go, they're like, man, what's Scooter, who's Scooter? Like, and I just stayed with that and just kept going, kept working. Till I built my own lane and my own name.
Scooter's real breakthrough came in January of 2013 when he released his mixtape, Street Lottery. XXL featured it on its best mixtapes of January. Eric Deep of Double XL called Scooter one of the hottest street rappers coming out of Atlanta, and wrote that tracks like the single Columbia and Street Lottery featuring Bun B are proof of his undeniable talent. The tape was also a viral success, gaining over 100,000 downloads on that piff. Columbia became a hit in the South, especially in Scooter's town of Atlanta. By the end of the month, an official remix with rappers Rick Ross, Birdman, and Gucci Mane was released.
I just left Columbia. I just flew to Haiti.
Fly skinny ties, I ain't frontin' none.
And I ain't never told a soul why didn't need no snitch.
The rapper's recent success was at an all-time high, but tragically, on the night of Friday, March 28, 2025, while the 39-year-old rapper celebrated his birthday, Atlanta Police Lieutenant Andrew Smith led a news conference late Friday night to share details about what reportedly led to the death of Young Scooter, whose real name is Kenneth Edward Bailey.
It was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being drugged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the two males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with two males and the decedent.
Was the, and you said the dispute started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the...
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
According to Lieutenant Smith, Atlanta police said that they were responding to the initial reports of shots being fired at a home on William Nye Drive, southeast Atlanta. It was believed that a woman was in distress and was being physically abused by being dragged. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on officers. According to the Atlanta Police Lieutenant Andrew Smith, officers then set up a perimeter outside the house after a man shut the door right into their face. 2 men were seen exiting the rear of the house and fleeing on foot as officers were setting up their perimeter. With one of the men returning to the home and the other jumping 2 fences, officers rushed in pursuit of the second suspect, which turned out to be young Scooter. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he had been suffering from an injury to his leg. According to the medical examiner's office, Bailey was taken to the Grady Marcus Trauma Center and he died there from his injuries. This would put to rest any speculation as to what happened to young Scooter, as rumors began to circulate online that this may have been an officer-involved shooting.
Oh, it turns out Scooter gets shot by the police. We don't really know the details of it, but what we do know is when they did shoot him, he was transported to Grady, where later he got pronounced. But one of the more interesting things about this is today is his birthday.
Seems like Atlanta legend Young Scooter killed on his 30th b-day by police, y'all. This crazy, man.
What I wish I knew before this morning. Young Scooter's recent shooting has shaken the rap scene. The incident occurred on Friday, March 29th, near State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The victim, believed to be Young Scooter, was found with wounds at the intersection of Lucky Street NW and Mill Street NW. He was rushed to the hospital and remains in critical condition. While social media buzzes with reports of his death, official confirmation is still pending. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.
During a news conference, Smith denied widespread reports spreading on social media that Scooter had been fatally shot by Atlanta PD officers. He had this to say.
And then when he jumped over the fence with one victim, what wound was, I guess, did he shoot himself?
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
And to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting?
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
His cause of death was not immediately determined with an autopsy pending. Today, we gather not just to mourn, but to celebrate the life and legacy of young Scooter, who was not just an artist, but a voice of and for the streets, a storyteller of struggle and a heartbeat of our community. Today we honor a rapper whose lyrics painted a picture of pain, triumph, and survival. We'll never forget how he made us feel, the way his music gave us strength to get up and go on a jugathon.
Jugathon just like saying the grind don't stop, like making a jug like you hustling, making money, so like just like a marathon. Like it keep going, like you gotta keep hustling. Like just on a jugathon, you know what I'm saying?
I think the lesson that we all can take from this is watch who we hang with. A 911 call was placed for a woman who claimed that she was in distress, and when the police arrived, she was nowhere to be found, and it ended up with young Scooter losing his life.
Again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with 2 males and the decedent.
It started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the...
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
I'm not saying she had anything to do with that, but it's ironic how the police got involved because she needed help, and this man lost his life. May young Scooter, a.k.a. the Jug Man, a.k.a. Black Migo, rest in peace. That's all for today's Video Lens Club. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.